Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading. It is Wednesday today, the 25th of June 2025, and it's the new moon in Cancer. So let's see what your moon oracle card is at this time. Remember that if you're wanting to set your intentions towards something, now's the time to do it. Especially when it comes to like stability, security, things like that, abundance, family. Stability for your family and you. So now is the time to get started. All right, Pisces, what is the card for the new moon in Cancer for Pisces? What is their card? What is their card for the new moon? Oh, there we go. You're very close to achieving your goal, gibbous moon. Time to take action, yeah. New moon, new cycles, time to take action. New moon in Aries, okay. So Pisces, that is your card of the day. And look, it's funny how I've left that Cancer sign there. Whoopsie. There we go, Pisces. Right, so let's see what your messages are. Spirit, what are the messages for Pisces? What is it they need to know at this time of this reading? Welcome to the channel, you guys. If you're new, consider subscribing and hitting that like button too, and leave a comment. I really appreciate it. I do read all your comments. You guys are so sweet and lovely. Lovely little Pisces. One more cut. Okay, Pisces, we are done. Let's see. Spirit, pick up on the energy of those watching this. What is it that they need to know right now? What are their messages, Spirit? Time to take action. Very Aries energy there, Knight of Wands. Okay, there's something about you being really busy here, getting to work on something. Knight of Wands energy, but we will be clarifying the cards as after I've laid all the first set down, just in case you're wondering. So something about very busy energy here. There's sort of passion and excitement about something. Tell me more for Pisces recent past. Oh, the Tower. Something unexpected. Aries, yeah, Aries energy is definitely coming through in this, which is bizarre. So Aries and Scorpio, something unexpected. I feel like you getting to work on something, being very busy, and then something happened. What's this? Three of Pentacles here. There could be other people that you're working with. There could be something that happened. I don't know if something fell down, like something just went horribly wrong with a project, a collaboration, whether this was a person or there were other people involved, or it was something that you were working on. Something may have happened unexpectedly here. What's in the present? The Chariot, which is Cancer energy. In the center of the reading, you have the Two of Wands. So there's some kind of plan, being stuck over a decision. Things are happening fast in the current energy. The Three of Swords. Wow, there's pain here. What's in the near future for Pisces? Success. Six of Wands, getting over something, having reached some kind of there's a decision here with the Lovers, Gemini energy, having sort of like left a battle or some difficult situation and come out the other side. Coming up trumps here with the Six of Wands. You've got the Lovers here. So there is something, we've got choice or decision. Tell me more about the near future for Pisces. The Magician. Gemini energy here, Gemini Virgo. And on the bottom of the deck, Pisces, you have the Eight of Swords. So you're going to be stuck in your mind over something here. The Devil, Capricorn energy. The devil again! Screw you, devil. Screw you. You got justice. Alright, so there's something that was not fair in the recent past. Yeah, the recent past, the Wheel of Fortune. Over-sacrificing here for family, for love. You gave a lot in the past here, but you've got this Ace of Cups here, and you've got the Empress. There's something that you're doing, Pisces, here that I feel like you're wanting to nurture. You're giving a lot of love to this, something that could be new. Ten of Pentacles may be significant. Something about your money, something about your home, a commitment. And there's some kind of idea or breakthrough here, communication, something that you may have been waiting for. Somebody from the past may be wanting to give you some justice. Here we go again. Tell me about the Knight of Wands for Pisces. Let's clarify. What's the Knight of Wands for Pisces? The Fool. So there's a lot of excitement, a lot of passion, a lot of desire in this. There's something about moving or jumping into a situation here. Could be a relationship. Oh yeah, the relationship. Look, the Hierophant. Wanting to commit. Wanting to solidify something here. But I feel like when it comes to, because this is a funny thing here, you've got the Emperor here, Aries energy. Aries is quite strong in this reading. And you've got Taurus here too. But when it comes to the Hierophant, it's like the Knight of Wands is an energy of not really playing by the rules, taking risks. So there's somebody here that I feel like you may have wanted or been expecting some kind of commitment. You thought you were jumping into a commitment, but there's somebody here that they're not really about commitment. They live their life by the beat of their own drum here. Could be a Taurus, could be an Aries, because we do have Taurus Aries energy here on the bottom of the deck. The Emperor, King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy. There's somebody that comes across as if they're ready to settle down, like they're mature, like they have stability and they're very focused on their work. They could be a boss for some of you. Somebody that could be a father, they could be older, or they're coming out that way, like they're very responsible. But this person is, yeah, secretive. This is someone that, what I'm getting is, this is somebody that's like living a kind of bachelor or bachelorette kind of life, but they actually would be somebody that would make a good settling down partner. They have a lot to offer, but this person, I'm getting that they're kind of selfish, they're kind of secretive, they kind of sell illusions here, they live in some kind of a fantasy, or they sell a fantasy to people, but they don't want to share their lives with anybody. They're very kind of in that single mindset of, you know, wanting to just be alone, but have relationships willy-nilly here and there, like kind of player energy. For some of you, this person could actually be married, but they act like they're single, is what I'm getting. But there's this moving on from this dream, from this falsity here, with whatever this person was trying to sell you, this confusion. You're moving on. Yeah, you gave up. I feel like you put your hands up and you're like, I give up. I gave my all to this. I was ready. I was open. I was receptive. But at the end of the day, I can't blame myself, because I was the one that, you know, was open and receptive. And if this person's not, then so be it. But I see that you closed off the cycle and you learned a lesson from this, because this was someone that was on and off. There may have been a lot of communication with this person, Pisces, and things were looking positive. But then all of a sudden we've got this Tower, which is this person caused this Tower. Tell me more about the Emperor with the Tower. Tell me more about the Emperor with the Tower. Son of a bitch. Every single time. Nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, Moon. That's interesting. That one was revealed as all the other cards fell down. Oh, God, that's a whole bunch. That is a whole bunch. But what I've got here, facing all the other cards... Oh, I'm stuck, Pisces, help me. There we go. Help me! All the other cards, apart from two here... Let's just leave that there. Are this way up. Are facing upright. And look, we've got this person's coming out like I was saying, that they're very self-assured, they have a lot to offer, they came to you like they were something that they're not. This is somebody that's a really good salesperson. They're, you know, very good at acting, making it seem like they're one way, like, you know, I'm all about commitment, I have a lot to offer, I've got a good job, I'm in a position of authority, I'm coming to you correct, but no, they're not. They're traveling light. So this is what the Tower is, and very unexpected energy coming from this person, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here, and the Page of Pentacles. So this person is really, really not willing to commit. There's somebody, Pisces, male or female, doesn't matter. They're coming out as somebody that's like really kind of selfish, materialistic, not giving at all. They, you know, they're not willing to share anything. They're the kind of person that wants to do the bare minimum to get what they want out of you. If they cannot spend on you, if they cannot put the time into you, the energy into you, then that's great. They can get away with what they want, because this is somebody that really is player energy here, and they're very immature. They're very immature. Their outlook on life and relationships is not good. It's pretty one-sided, pretty grim. So what is the Three of Pentacles? So this was a shock about this person, because this is, I feel like you could have felt this was the one. The Star. Yeah, there's something that you're working on here in your way of healing. The Star. You're being protected here, Pisces. Yeah, because you've been through a battle here. You've been wounded. But after the Tower comes the Star. Once the Tower has fallen, and the illusion of that this person was creating in your mind and emotionally, and that fell down, that illusion fell down because it had to, because it wasn't solid, it wasn't real, it was an illusion. And now this dust has settled from the Tower, now you can see clearly. You can see clearly what you have to do, but you are being attached, you know, you're attached to the Star. You and the Star, the divine, are detached. Pisces is the closest sign to God. Pisces is like the messenger of God. So there's a very strong connection with Pisces and the divine. So the Nine of Wands. You're still determined to carry on. You're not going to let this beat you down. But you have been wounded. So what is the Chariot for Pisces? What's the Chariot? So there's something happening fast, something changing. Okay, you've got the Five of Pentacles. So you quickly moved on, Pisces. You probably ghosted this person, left them out in the cold. You could be the one that brought this Tower down, that closed the cycle here, Capricorn energy with the World. Tell me more about the World with the Five of Pentacles and the Chariot for Pisces. I feel like once you realize something, you may not have even bothered getting into a confrontation with this person or asking them many questions. You may have asked them the odd one, but I don't feel you got heated about it, because you know that if you lose control of your emotions, that this person's winning. And so you were like, okay, so you know, you'll ask a question and then you'll wait for their answer, and whatever their answer is, you didn't even contest it. For some of you, I feel like you were just kind of Okay, that's your answer. I've got you. I've got your number. Yeah. You made a tough decision, King of Swords, because you're in charge. You are in charge of your own life and your own destiny here. 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. 5 of Swords. Yeah, you just left. I feel like you just avoided any kind of communication or anything with this person, and you just went into taking care of yourself, healing. Yeah, so you are in control with that King of Swords energy of what happens next. So tell me about the 2 of Wands. Okay, so there's something that you're planning here in the present energy, and I see you being very passionate about it. Like taking a new opportunity, a new direction in your life. Something new here, and you've already kind of like decided on what it is. So you're taking an opportunity for a new beginning in your life. Tell me more about this. What is this Ace of Wands? Could be an offer, it could just be you doing this, starting with something new. Yeah, look, you're putting the work into yourself. There's something that you're passionate about, and you know, doing this all by yourself, getting to work on something here, Pisces. And it's like, you know that you don't need anybody. It's not that you don't want somebody, but you know you don't need anybody. And I feel like for right now, you're very passionate about your single energy and your work. Getting to work on something, an idea, some kind of a breakthrough here going on. So, some kind of maybe side hustle or, you know, business. Queen of Swords. Yeah, and you're doing this with you're going in with your mind. You're focused very clearly on what you need to do now. You're definitely taking charge, and there's some kind of wish fulfillment here. And I feel like you're driven towards leaving some kind of legacy with that 10 of Pentacles. You're focused on business, work, money, legacy, stability. What is the 3 of Swords? Tell me about the 3 of Swords. Why is there heartbreak here? This could be old. This could be really old. Something that you've had to live with, Pisces, for a long time. The scars. I do see scars here. But I don't see any blood dripping. It's like... No, that sounded gross. It's like there's just scars still there. Like the heart's never really healed over. Temperance. You'll know that it takes time to heal. But I feel like you're being protected. You are not getting drawn into any kind of conflict, any kind of drama. It's like you're dropping this in the, you know, in your present energy. I feel like you're just focusing on being patient, giving yourself time. And now I feel like you're being protected from somebody that may want to... let me just have a look at that, because with the 5 of Swords, it's not swords, wands in reverse. There we are, right to the freaking page, and oh, that's bizarre. Yeah, you're definitely avoiding conflict and wanting to keep the peace. And it says here, in a relationship resolution. So it could be that somebody wants to resolve something with you. And if that's the case, Pisces, it looks like it's in your present timeline here. Somebody may have tried to reach out to you to try and resolve this, because I feel like you just made a decision and you just poof, you were gone, ghosted, boom, you know, bye-bye. Not even a bye-bye. But look, Queen of Cups. There's somebody here that, soulmates and the Queen of Cups. Somebody here may realize that they have love for you, that there's a spiritual connection, that you're actually the Empress. You are everything. And it may have taken for you to do what you did, closing this cycle, for this person to realize. Some time may have gone by. Tell me about the Five of Wands in reverse with Temperance. Yeah. Four of Wands. Somebody that wants to be with you here. They want to be happy with you. Four of Wands. There's something about you being on the right path. It could be that you're just avoiding any future conflict with anyone and healing, but there's something about you being on the right path here. But we'll just keep going and see what else comes up. Yeah, you've got somebody that feels like they know they fucked up. They know that they did something unfair. There's somebody here that could be quite depressed as well with the game playing, but I feel like this person could be seeking advice from someone. There's a nagging going on in their head, kind of like with the Eight of Swords, like this nagging away about something. Nine of Swords. Yeah, somebody is definitely... Whoever this person was, Pisces, this person is definitely overthinking. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about what they did, the mistakes they made. For some of them, they may be coming out as the victim, like they don't even understand what happened. But I feel like you could see what this person's agenda was. They don't know that you've got that spooky insight, that intuition, and it's like you can see further down the line than most people, and you're like, okay, I know that this is just going to end up in a complete train wreck, so I'm just going to get off this train right now. So you jumped, and this person didn't even realize, you know, that you were gone until silence or whatever, you know. Maybe you told this person, but they're having, what's the word for it? They're feeling guilty, I feel, with that Nine of Swords energy. They feel guilt. What is the Six of Wands for Pisces? Fortune's coming in, Pisces. Things are looking good. The Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. There's something about an idea, a breakthrough that you're going to have. Tell me more about this Ace of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. It's very lucky. And plus, Pisces is the only sign that's ruled by two planets. Jupiter, which is also shared with Sagittarius, and Neptune. So we have two, because we're the last sign. And it's like we have that jovial Jupiterian kind of energy about us. I feel like there's very few Pisces that are really deadly serious, like all the time anyway. Something you're holding on to. This is about your stability, I feel. Something about a platform, success, crossing some kind of finishing line, receiving recognition and attention for something that you're doing. So yeah, there's going to be a very fortunate situation here. You've done something. You're crossing the finishing line to success in your future here. Ace of Swords. All about a breakthrough, an idea. Four of Pentacles though, and I feel like whatever this is, you could be holding on to this and you don't want to share this, whatever this is, or you're holding back from something. So tell me about the Lovers. What is this choice? What is this Lovers for Pisces? What is the Lovers? Somebody watching you, trying to find out about you. If you're doing something online, they're watching you, whatever you're doing on your social media. They want to come in with justice. We saw that card at the beginning of the reading. For putting you in this position. But you are still in this Queen of Swords energy here. You're in charge of what happens next. You still may be kind of getting over something here in the near future, but I feel like you're locked away. You're definitely locked away from this person, from this decision. They're coming in because they want to set things right with you here, Pisces. So they may reach out online or something, but they've definitely been keeping an eye on you. They have been watching you. There's always a stalker for Pisces. So tell me about the Magician. What is the Magician for Pisces? Oh. So somebody that's living with sadness and regret, they're trying to make something happen here. Yeah, look, because they're racked with guilt. So this person is somebody that they now want to invest in something. They want to do things right here with you, Pisces. They want to grow the seed with you. They want to nurture it this time because they know that there's potential here. And since they've realized this, they've always been in this energy thinking about you, especially at night. But look, they do have hope because there's the white crow there. And the white crow, it's like, if you think about the death card, where there's the white rose, which symbolizes the rebirth. This is what they're hoping for. They're hoping for a rebirth with you. And yeah, this is what they want. They want to put down roots with you. They want something to grow. They want to start over. Okay, so it looks like there's somebody that may be coming towards you, wanting to work something out with you. Someone's trying to get your attention. Somebody wants to fight for this. So you may be trying to avoid them, or you're just really focused on yourself more than anything. You may not even notice them, acknowledge them, or even care if they're watching you or whatever, but they're definitely trying to get your attention here. Yeah, there's somebody that wants to reunite with you. So let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay. My goodness, picking cards up is really not easy. So there's two in reverse, that one, there we go. All right. So you've got the Eight of Swords, and you've got this energy that's trying to lure you back in. The Devil is trying to tempt you back, Pisces. This person sees that you know, I mean, there's a string here. They know that they've lost control over you, but they still have this, maybe they feel like you have control over them because they still hold the strings, but they're, you know, where did you go, Pisces? Where did you go? Like, you should be on this string with me. You know, you're not, but I've got a trick. You know, they're hiding their hand behind their back, like they have a plan that they're not showing you yet. They're, you know, this, what's the word for it? Can't think. And they've got this agenda. They're hiding something. You know, they're doing something with one hand, but you're not seeing what they're doing with the other hand. So they may try something here. So tell me about the Eight of Swords with the Devil for Pisces. Look, Ace of Cups. Yeah, so you're gonna receive an offer here from this person. Yeah, they want to build some kind of relationship with you. You or them walked away, but I'm really getting that it's you. All right, so tell me about the Eight of Swords. The Hermit. Yeah, you need time to think about this. You've already been there. The Hermit is an energy of like, okay, I'm shining the light on this situation because I've seen what's happened before. I know that there's something there that's going to, you know, push me off the edge of the cliff, or, you know, if I take this leap again, if I become the fool, even though I'm a lot wiser now, this person's expecting you to take a leap, to become the fool. And there is a snake. Sometimes there's a snake there that the hermit is shining the lantern over, trying to see, you know. But you've been holding yourself up, because if you look, it's like, yes, they're sitting on top of a cliff, but it also looks like they're sitting in the air, because you've got yourself, you've elevated yourself up to a position of wisdom here, and, you know, spirituality and managing by yourself, but you don't want to be coming back down to earth with a bump. Yeah, the past is returning, a cycle, a karmic cycle here. Tell me more about this. Yeah, this person may want to actually do things right, but you have free will. What's the devil? They're coming in with justice. Maybe they're holding the scales behind their back this time. But Pisces, I feel like some of you are not going there, because you've already learned, like with the Hermit card, you've already learned that if I come back down and now pick up this cup, this bowl in this case, which is basically the Ace of Cups here. If I pick this up, I'm going to get burned. I've already been burned. Yeah, look. So you've locked that bowl away, you've locked that cup away. You don't want the burden anymore. You're nearly, there's something that you're completing here with the Ten of Swords. It's like, yes, there's been betrayal and there's been, you know, painful ending and all the rest of it. But it's like, and you've been carrying this burden by yourself, but you know that you're nearly through with something. I feel like you could have even gotten over this person. But I feel like they've been thinking about you. But I feel like you're like, you know, when I look at it, it's like, this is not the person I thought that they were. I'm not really feeling that way about you anymore. Sorry. You're not enough to keep me here, because I am the Empress. So you're the Empress. You're the one with the decision here, the choice. And it's coming from this person here, this person that is an Emperor or a King of Pentacles, somebody that is in the guise of the Emperor, but really they're just a regular old, I don't know, dude or dudette with, you know, a bit of money or whatever. But yeah, I feel like there's a decision around this. You thought they were the Emperor, but they weren't. I mean, they could be one and the same. There could be a choice over two, I don't know, but I'm really getting, there's a certain person coming back. Any other messages for Pisces about this reading? Any advice? Anything else that Pisces needs to know about this energy? Here we go. Follow your light. Follow the divine. Listen to the divine for guidance. Focus on what you're doing, I feel. Don't live in regret. Live in hope of what can be in the future. So yeah, follow the divine. Trust in the divine. What is the divine saying to you? Yeah, you're being protected, Pisces. Patience and healing and protection, and the divine is with you. So whatever it is you decide, I do see you as being protected. You could be even being protected from this energy, this person. Okay, Pisces, let's see what we get from the old Kipper. Courtship on the bottom of the deck. All right. Some of you may want to heal this connection. Some of you don't. Some of you are this energy. Some of you are this energy. Choose. Follow your own light. Follow what you want. Your own destiny. It's up to you. Son of a... It's up to you, Pisces. Even though we're all very similar, we have our own lives to lead. We're at our own different levels, I guess. What are the messages for Pisces from the Kipper, please, Spirit? What are the messages The Pisces, mature man. You could be this mature man or woman. You're someone that's in hermit energy, I feel. You're very mature. You've learned a lot. You are expecting. There's great fortune coming in, it says. There's a main person here for you, or you are the main person for them. And it looks like there's going to be a good outcome, but there is going to be this, I don't know, somebody that, this could be your energy. You're going to be trapped in your mind over a situation that's coming towards you in the future about justice coming in. So you don't know what to do. It's like, do I give this a shot with this person? It's going to get you all up in your mind again thinking about this. So I feel like you're not going to be prepared, even though in a way you're expecting this because you can sense it in your energy. But I feel like when it actually does happen, you will be kind of like, whoa, what the hell? All right, Pisces, I love you guys. That was your reading for today, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Well, I won't see you, but you'll see me. My hand's in me. All right, love you guys. Happy new moon in Cancer.